This video is an episode from the EBS Cultural Channel titled, "The Latest It Will Come is 5 Years. The Terror of the Real Singularity," warned by AI scientists featuring Chairman Tae-woong Park and science communicators, discussing the rapid development of artificial intelligence, AI and the approaching singularity. Here is a summary of the main points organized by key topic. Definition of singularity: the point at which artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence and continues to grow smarter, similar to a black hole's singularity in physics where standard laws break down. Passing this threshold ushers in a completely different world. Expected timeline: previously estimated to be 10 to 20 years away. Recent rapid technological developments have led prominent AI scientists to predict that it will arrive by 2030, about 5 years away at the latest, or as early as next year. AGI, artificial general intelligence, comprehensive intelligence that surpasses humans across all domains of human intellect, especially in recent contexts. From the perspective of labor and work required to earn a living, digital intelligence holds two decisive advantages over natural human intelligence. Transfer learning: when a human genius, e.g. Einstein, passes away, much of their personal insight disappears with them. In contrast, AI accumulates knowledge centrally via servers, establishing the Einstein level as the baseline standard and continuously stacking new intelligence. On top of it, disparity in time and computing speed. Take the Go playing AI AlphaGo Zero through parallel computing, cloning itself to play against itself. It completed 4.9 million games of Go in just 3 days. That represents a volume of games that would take a human 1,000 years to play, demonstrating an overwhelming gap in temporal efficiency. OpenAI categorizes the evolutionary stages of artificial intelligence as follows. 1. Level 1 chatbots: AI with conversational capabilities, e.g. ChatGPT. 2. Level 2 reasoners: AI capable of deep thinking and complex problem solving. 3. Level 3 agents: AI delegated with human authority to execute multi-step complex workflows autonomously. 4. Level 4 innovators: AI capable of inventing entirely new rules, theories, or knowledge. 5. Level 5 organizations: AI capable of autonomously running end-to-end operations of an entire company or organization. At this stage, human labor becomes obsolete. An inherent challenge: hallucination. Generating false statements is an innate characteristic of transformer-based models that cannot be completely eliminated, though techniques like retrieval augmented generation (RAG) are used to minimize its occurrence, a feature, not a bug. World-renowned scholars often view hallucination not merely as a defect, but as the flip side of creative imagination. If all daydreaming and probabilistic imagination were stripped away, AI would degenerate into nothing more than a rigid search engine. Embodied AI scholars like Professor Jan LeCun argue that indirect, text-only training cannot build true common sense, understanding of the physical world, a physical world model. Therefore, AI must possess a physical form, a humanoid body, to progress toward true AGI. NVIDIA Cosmos Platform, a virtual simulation platform, introduced by NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. By recreating real-world physics inside a virtual environment, tens of thousands of humanoid AIs can be deployed into virtual factories to learn physical movement and interaction at hyperspeed. Extreme economic polarization: an unfair multiplier. AI acts as a multiplier of human capability, but it operates unevenly. While it might boost an average developer's efficiency by 30%, it can amplify a top-tier developer's output by 10x to 30x, creating an insurmountable technological and socio-economic gap. Urgency of institutional frameworks. During the first industrial revolution, institutional adaptations such as labor laws lagged behind technology, taking nearly 90 years for the general quality of life to recover. To prevent widespread social upheaval, legal and social frameworks must be proactively updated to match the pace of AI. Revitalizing the skill of asking questions. General education. Because AI only responds to what it is asked, the ability to formulate high-level, insightful questions backed by rich general knowledge and broad cultural context will become humanity's most powerful asset in the AI era.